Hi Virgos, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawanantoinette. Today we're going to do a reading for you. It can resonate for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are new, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, thank you so much for being here. Let's jump in. The first card we have is Inner Trust, and when this card came out on the table at first, I immediately thought of this has to be a personal decision. This can't be anybody else's decision but yours. So maybe you are coming up on a decision point. I'm actually really surprised the Two of Wands isn't out on the table, because that's what I feel. Like, I feel like you're about to do something, or you're having thoughts of doing something, or you have done something that to other people may warrant a lot of criticism. To other people, it may look wild. It may look even silly. It may look questionable. But to you, you know why you are doing whatever it is that you're doing. So, yeah, I don't know where in your life this applies to. We're going to get into the tarot, but intuitively, just what I'm picking up from this card is your own knowledge is the best knowledge. Your own guidance is the best guidance right now. It can't come from anybody else. It has to come from you. All right, so jumping into the tarot, we have the Eight of Cups and double eight. So we have 8 and 8. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Cups, the Tower, and the 4 of Pentacles. You know what I've just noticed too, and we're going to get here, but everything is pointing this way in the reading. Everything is going this way. We're going to tie into that. I'll tell you more about that soon and my thoughts on that. But you made a quick decision to walk away from something, or you're making a quick decision to exit something. This is not fulfilling. I'm going to seek my Sorry. This is not fulfilling. I'm going to seek my fulfillment elsewhere. And deciding to leave that situation really, really quickly. Like, it feels like this wrapped up quickly. Whatever you left, you were out of there. This could also be communicating, like, this is not working for me. I'm leaving. I have to find what I'm looking for elsewhere. Turning your back on a particular situation and trusting that that was the best thing for you to do at that specific time. But there's some kind of change now, or there was some kind of change. Maybe at the time when you did decide to leave wherever you left, it was kind of a surprising, it was a tower moment for somebody else or for you. I don't know who this Four of Pentacles is, but it feels like whatever you decided to leave was a surprise to either the people around you or to even yourself, but it had to come from you. It's what you feel called to do for your own personal story at this particular time, or at a time in the past, whenever this is happening in your life. I'm filming this in July, but this could have played out previously based on where you are in your own timeline in the Virgo collective, or this may be something playing out for you in the coming weeks. So yeah, the theme is walking away. That's sparking a very big change. It's almost like you're leaving this and you're walking straight into this. Like, something here is not fulfilling. You walk straight into something else that is. Or you're walking away seeking something. You're seeking the 9th cup. Because in this card, all 8 cups are there. This person has all 8 of them, but all 8 of them are empty. and they go off on a quest, and they're like, all right, if I have to leave all 8 of these in the background to go find the 9th one, and I'll only have 1 cup that's full, I'd rather go find that 1 full cup than have these 8 empty ones. So this person then goes on here, and they find their 9th cup, and they bring it back. They bring it back with all their cups, and they have their wish fulfillment, whatever they wish for. So perhaps you left a situation, or you're thinking of leaving a situation because it's unfulfilling, to go find whatever is fulfillment for you, whatever you define as fulfillment. That's sparking a very big change for someone else around you or people around you, that you're now holding back. You're holding back your time, you're holding back your resources, you're holding back any energy that you used to exude in a particular situation. And this is shocking. This is shocking. Maybe this is a shock to yourself. Like, I didn't know that I could do this. I didn't know I had the strength to do this. Or maybe this is towards somebody else. Like, I didn't know that Virgo could do that. I didn't know Virgos could leave. I didn't know Virgos were even unhappy enough to like leave. So yeah, causing a tower moment by something that you are choosing to leave behind because it's no longer fulfilling, and taking a risk in some way, shape, or form. So we have Sacred Fool, and Sacred Fool comes up in this is like the Fool card in the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, but this card talks about being willing to take risks that other people may not immediately understand. Being willing to follow your heart and take a leap of faith, even if it may seem silly, and however it may seem to the eye that's looking from the outside. And if you notice, there are lots of cards here about trusting your own inner guidance. We have inner trust, trust yourself, which kind of the same thing, but taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, regardless of if you understand what I'm doing or not, this is what I'm gonna do. That's how this feels. We have the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, so double 7 again. We have the 6 of Swords and the Star card. Following your true north. Whatever your true north is telling you. Whether your true north is telling you to go heal something, whether your true north is telling you maybe it's time that I pour into myself. What if your true north is telling you maybe it's time for me to just pour into my work and finding my own inner guidance? It feels like a controversial decision that you're making to either move on from something or leave something, and people have opinions about it, or people may have their unique perspectives about it. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't feel like it's the popular opinion. It feels very misunderstood. And maybe there's an attempt to keep it private and to like keep your moves to yourself because you know that people will misunderstand this. Sorry if the camera is shaking. Maybe there's a need or a desire on your part to keep this private because you know people won't understand. You know, like you will be misunderstood. Forgot that I didn't pull the advice card for inner trust. Spirit, what's the advice for inner trust for Virgos? Not the right time. What's the advice for Sacred Fool for Virgos? Wait. Okay. So this feels like it has not happened yet for a lot of you. So wanting to leave a situation, but knowing that it's going to cause some hysteria, it's going to cause, or wanting to do something, maybe leave one situation, go into another situation, but knowing that it's going to cause some like something to crumble around you, and maybe keeping that to yourself. Some of you, this is going to be wanting to communicate with someone that this is no longer working for me, and I'm exiting stage left. I want to make a change, but holding on to find the right time to say it, to find the right time to do it. All right, so Sacred Fool, going back to this section of the reading, it feels like strategizing. Are you strategizing to move on? Are you strategizing to move towards, this isn't even, oh, are you strategizing to move to someone, to this Empress person? For some of you. Because remember, I started by saying the reading feels like it's going like this. Intuitively, to me, the reading is going like this. And every single reading does not follow like this pace for me. Sometimes I'll want to start over here or here or here. Sometimes I'll just, this resonates for itself. This has a completely different message that ties into this, or there are 3 different messages. I'm an intuitive reader, so I go with like what I am feeling in that specific moment. But all of this reading goes together. And it's going this way. It feels like a story that starts here and ends here. And all of this is involved with each other. So waiting for the right time to make the leap, to say the words, to communicate, to do the thing, to commit to the action. But knowing full and well that this is the right thing for you to do. This is right for me, and I trust that. And I'm willing to take a risk because I feel like this is the right thing for me. All right, so strategizing, keeping things private. Because maybe you've made a lot of investment where you are, and maybe there will be people affected. But just knowing that you have to follow your own North Star, and that is leading you away from someone, something, a place. And if you notice, we're going from the 7 of Swords to the 6 of Swords, but the 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. This feels like this is your card, Virgos, the Hermit. Doing a lot of seeking on your own, trying to find the answers for you. So maybe that's why you're being guided to wait before you commit to a particular thing or commit to a particular action plan. It's like having to figure out and become clear before you commit to it. But I see you doing it. I see you slowly like moving away, whether you have to plan your exit from a situation, whether this be a relationship or a workplace or a job or a project. I see you like strategizing. Like you have to this is where the thought forms. The thought that, you know what, this isn't right for me and I have to leave. And I'm truly, if I'm supposed to be honest with myself, I'm not fulfilled. And this being a really shocking, sudden realization for you all of a sudden, you keep this to yourself and you start making like your plans. Because you've invested, or this is you investing in or putting together what you need to put together and waiting it out to be able to move on, to follow your own individual guidance. And I feel like this is it feels like a scenario that is taking a lot of courage and self-work to do. We have the Star and we have the 8 of Pentacles clarified by the Hermit, which makes me feel like you're doing a lot of work on you. You're doing a lot of work on you in the meantime. For whatever reason, your guides are saying like, you may want to wait before you do something. And in that waiting period, take that as an opportunity to work on yourself, to get your ducks in a row, to get your plan together. But the plan's gonna happen. All right, last row we're going into is trust yourself. And we have the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Two of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the Six of Pentacles. Trust yourself ties in with the inner trust. For me, the way that these cards are different is that inner trust is following your own inner guidance. And trust yourself to an extent is following your own inner guidance as well. But I feel like this card more so talks about following your bliss, following your heart, regardless of the outcome. It's what you feel guided to do, and so you're committed to doing what you feel guided to do, regardless of how something turns out. And there are moments in our lives that we need to go through this sacred fool, trust yourself energy, and we may take a leap and we may fall and we may fail, but we needed to go through that experience for whatever reason, for whatever thing or soul needed to experience from that experience. But that's how this feels. Like you're having to trust your bliss. Trusting where your heart is leading you. Not the mind, but trusting where your heart is leading you. All right, so are you thinking of coming together with someone? This doesn't really feel like you. I feel like you're thinking of taking action in a particular direction. This could be you're thinking of leaving one situation to go to another. You're thinking of leaving one place to go to another. This could be you're taking action to, it feels like shared happiness, shared joy. Some of you guys, this is starting something new, like following your bliss to create something and being up in the air, like, should I do this? Should I not? I already have a lot to deal with. Can I take this on? Can I not? I've already invested a lot into where I'm coming from. Should I leave that? Should I stay? There's a level of uncertainty here and not being sure of how you should invest or if you should invest in something. But your guides are saying, let's see what your guides are advising you. Spirit, what's the advice for Virgos for trust yourself? What's the advice for Virgos for trust yourself? Recovery. I hope you guys aren't hearing the fireworks. All right, so trust yourself that you can recover a particular dynamic with someone else. Trusting yourself to take action. Clarify recovery. Clarify recovery. Ask your angels. So some of you may intuitively or instinctively or from a heart space feel like it's possible to recover something. It's possible to get back in alignment with a person you're in a relationship with, a family member. Usually this is the family and relationships card. It's not so much friendships. But feeling from a heart space led to do something to get the group back together, get you and somebody else back together, back on the same page. And maybe this is, I don't know who this Empress is. It could be you or it could be somebody else, but this person like whoever this Empress is seems to be debating, like, should I not, should I not, should I not? And then the level of uncertainty here, the level of uncertainty is what may be uncomfortable. I don't know if it's for you, Virgos. Maybe you're trying to reach out to recover something with someone else, and the ball really is going to be in their court. So you're not certain if they're going to give, if they're going to decide to give, if they're not going to decide to give. But trusting yourself anyway, that you feel called from a heart space to reach out to this person and to collaborate or get back on the same page with this person, and following your instinct to do that. The advice is ask your angels. And I do feel like this is not necessarily asking your angels if this person is, it doesn't feel like you're asking your angels if this is possible for a recovery. Because I feel like relationships, a 10 of Cups takes multiple people to maintain a 10 of Cups. So it's going to be your willingness and their willingness. But I feel like it's more about asking your angels if this serves you at this particular time. Does this person serve you? Does this connection serve you? Does prolonging this serve you? Does this recovery serve you at this time? Is that what your soul wants to experience right now? That's how this feels to me. But I feel like you're being guided in some way to trust your heart and where it's leading you. And maybe this is like a reconciliation. Maybe maybe you've moved away from someone and you're being led to reconcile with them. Maybe you made a decision or you're making some kind of decision to step out of a relationship, or to step out of a dynamic, or to step out of a job and take a leap elsewhere. And then you're realizing that I actually do want to recover what I left in the past. For some of you, this is going to be a wanting to leave a particular dynamic and then realizing, because we do have the Venus retrograde, and if this is resonating with you in a relationship sense, this is thinking that there's a lot better out there, and your guides being like, wait, before you take a leap of faith, just wait and sit on this and just think about this. Think about if this is what you're really, sit on this before you commit to the decision. Because you may want to recover what you lost. Like, you may be in a position after this retrograde to want to recover what you lost, what you felt like wasn't fulfilling enough. Once your head is clear, once you get over what it is that you've been feeling temporarily. So I guess it's going to be different for a lot of you. But I feel like whatever you're thinking of, if you're thinking of leaving a particular person or a dynamic, give it some time. Give it some time before you commit to the act. Give it a little time. And there's nothing wrong with pulling your energy back and working on yourself in the meantime and being very self-focused. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, Virgos, so I hope this is helpful, and I will leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.